Hi, today we're going to look at how to remove a background image in GIMP. So we're going to remove this white background from this image I have here, and then we're going to place the image onto a nice scene of a beach, like so. So first what we're going to do is start to remove this white area in the background. In order to do that, firstly, what we've got to do is add an alpha channel. So to your layers toolbox, if you add an alpha channel, what that will allow you to do is remove the background and leave a transparent layer behind that. So if we start by selecting the select tool up here, it's called the fuzzy select tool. So if we select that, and then start by simply clicking the part of the background you want to remove. So as we can see, it's removed quite a large area there. If we just keep going through and clicking the sections we want to get rid of, and that will remove all the white areas from behind. There's obviously some more detailed areas that we need to remove here, so what we're going to do is carry on using the fuzzy select tool here and remove those white areas from between her arms, and we can get rid of the larger white areas we can see from the back here. Okay, so after we've done that, we want to zoom in slightly so we can get as detailed as possible. And what I like to use for this section is the color select tool rather than the fuzzy select tool. So if we zoom into a white area we want to remove and then select that color, as you can see, it will select everything with that color that I've just selected. And what you can do here is hit delete and it will remove that color, but as you can see, it will actually lose some of these white areas from her teeth there. So what we're going to do instead is select the white area and then select the eraser tool and then just run over the white selected areas that you actually want to remove with the eraser. So if we do that all the way around. Okay, so that's got rid of the bulk of that. And then we can just keep going back through and then picking out other colours that we don't want in there as well. So anything that looks kind of slightly white, we don't want in our hair there. Okay, run all the way around our head again, just to get rid of that. Okay. So you can keep on doing that until you've got rid of all of the white areas. For this demonstration video, I think we've kind of got to grips on how to use that tool. So we'll move on and start dropping her onto the other layer. But quickly, what I'm going to do is just remove these large kind of areas. So if I go to select none, that will unhighlight everything I've highlighted, and I can see some areas here. So I'm just going to use the rubber tool just to get rid of those. Obviously, if it's a more detailed picture and there's some particular areas you want to pick out, or if there's bits you don't like, so as you can see, there's still a bit in between here that we might want to get rid of. So we can use the rubber tool and just make the size of the brush smaller down here in your tools options. So if we make it okay, maybe 5. That should work. Okay, and we've just removed that area there. So if we zoom back out so we can see the whole image, what we're going to do next is crop this image so we can just layer it on top of the beach scenery. So we're going to use the crop tool. So it's the little knife looking tool. and then just drag it over the area you want. So once you've dragged it over once, you can adjust the size as well, just to get it cropped in nice. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to look to copy this onto our other image. So if I go to Edit and then use the Copy Visible option, and then open up the other image you have in GIMP. So here's the beach scenery, and then we're going to Edit, Paste As, and then New Layer. So as you can see, it actually puts it as a separate layer in your layers tool here. So then using the select tool, we might want to move this slightly. So we'll put her in the middle, and there we go. And then if we select the larger layer again, we can see what that looks like. If I just close down these tools. So obviously there are ways to add shadows and things like this, but this was just a simple tutorial on how to get rid of the background and then position that on a new layer. To save this, you can obviously save as a JPEG or a PNG. So you can either overwrite the existing layer, which will just save it as a JPEG, or you can export as. And this is where you can actually specify the file type. So let's just call this beach. And then to specify the file type you want to save as, if you want to save it as a PNG, it's probably right to say this is a JPEG though. You simply change the file name at the end. So let me say export this as a JPEG, and then simply hit export. It will then ask you if you want to kind of reduce the quality. If you're using this for the web, you may want to reduce the quality slightly to make the file size smaller. But we want the quality to be 100% here, so we're just put that to 100%, and there we go, all saved and exported.